Vintage Sound 93.1 FM, Tony Tone Show, proud to welcome on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline. Ladies and gentlemen, he's acted, he's written some books, and he's taken time this morning. Say hello to Henry Winkler. Henry, I have to tell you that I have my own Henry, who's 3.5 years old at home, and he might be listening to this right now.
What? Oh, Henry. First of all, good morning, Henry. And second of all, do you know what your name means? Henry, it means power, so that means you are powerful.
Great. So when he's a teenager, I'm going to have to be like, hey, remember that one time Henry Winkler was on the radio and he said your name means you're powerful? That's going to go over well.
Not at all. Wish somebody had said that to me.
Well, you can tell it to people now. So what are you up to this morning, sir?
When I finish this interview, I'm going to drive to my partner's office, and we're finishing the 31st novel for children.
Wow, Henry, that is incredible. Congratulations.
I'm overwhelmed. I am. I'm amazed myself. And these books, we're writing the 9th in a whole new series called Here's Hank. And it's Hank Zipser when he was in the 2nd grade, so they're for beginning readers.
This is perfect. So the latest one, Henry, is called Here's Hank, How to Hug an Elephant, right?
Yes. So the greatest thing, honestly, we're writing, and now I've always loved elephants, so we're writing about Hank being locked in with an elephant at the zoo. He gets lost at the zoo. He doesn't know how to communicate with this 15,000-pound elephant. What is the first thing you do? He plays soccer with it. And it turns out if you Google elephants playing soccer, they are great at it.
I had no idea that elephants loved playing soccer. They're probably better than I am.
Yeah. So then, a few months after we finished the book, Here's Hank, How to Hug an Elephant, I went and did a television show in Asia. And in Thailand, I got to spend time with an elephant. And I'm telling you, this 15,000 massive pound animal is like a puppy. Affectionate. They are smart. I was moved to tears. And here is the newest book, How to Hug an Elephant. I couldn't believe that we wrote it and then I got to live it.
That is so cool. So, Henry, my friend used to be the director of this local Nairobi zoo, and they had elephants, and one of the elephants would paint, and I got to go behind the scenes and watch the elephant paint. And I'm a big guy, 6'5", 300 pounds. You stand next to an elephant, and all of a sudden you feel small, like a mouse.
Did that elephant look you right in the eye?
It did.
No, really. They have to trust you first. Elephant looked me. He moved his head. He looked me right in the eye. I looked him back right in the eye. I told him I was so happy to meet him, to be there in his presence, and we had the best day together.
It's such a great story, and I'm so excited to pick up the book, Here's Hank, How to Hug an Elephant. Henry, we have some questions on Facebook for some of your fans. Do you mind if I ask these to you?
We'd love to answer them.
Okay, I'm going to start with Kathy. Her question is, are you still in touch with any of your Happy Days co-stars? And what do people talk to you about when they meet you for the first time?
So let's start with the co-stars. I talked to Marion. I talked to Don Most, who played Ralph Mouth. I talked to Anson Williams, who played Potsy. I talked to Ron Howard. He has a new movie coming out in December. He just sent me a picture where Gary Marshall, who was the creator of so many great shows, and one of them was Happy Days, we were sitting around him, Robin Williams, Penny Marshall, Cindy Williams, Ron Howard, me. And he said, hey, Henry, you remember this picture? And it was like my history flashed in front of my eyes. And now, number two,
yes,
depending on the generation, there's a whole generation that talks to me about Happy Days, a whole generation that talks to me about Scream and Waterboy. There's a whole generation that talks to me about Arrested Development. And then now children come up to me, and because we're now in, I think, 8 countries with Hank Zipser, the world's greatest underachiever.
Wow.
So, Henry, you really do touch all different age demographics of people.
I'll tell you, it is a great honor for me, honestly. When I meet a child and they say, you know, I never read a book before, I said, I understand that. I was scared to read a book.
Sure.
And they said, you made me laugh so hard, my funny bone fell out of my body.
I love that.
Now, how great is that? Because the books are not self-help. Here's Hank, How to Hug an Elephant. It's a comedy that just happens to be about me who didn't do well in school.
It's absolutely fantastic because you're helping others, and that is what life is all about, right? I mean, what a rewarding feeling that has to be for you. Valerie wants to know off Facebook, Henry, what would you feel is your most personally rewarding role and why?
Okay, so the first and foremost I would have to say is being a dad. I have 3 incredible children, all of whom have, because it's hereditary, have learning challenges. One is a teacher, one is a director of movies and television, and one is an executive. So I was told I would never achieve. I was told by my teachers, your future is limited. And what I realized is that you're limited only if you let yourself be.
Amen to that.
The second greatest accomplishment is being a grandfather. My grandchildren are just so funny. The third is writing these books, and the fourth is my acting career.
I love it. That's so great to hear. And yes, being a parent and a grandparent has got to make you feel good. Henry, I was wondering, you've done a lot of work with Adam Sandler over the years. Do you stay in touch with them? Any plans to work with Adam in the future?
Honestly, we were trick-or-treating on Halloween, and I was in my daughter's neighborhood, and a guy comes up the street with his 2 daughters, and it's Adam Sandler. I just saw him. He said, oh, Cookie, we got to work together again. I said, hey, you know what? I'm available. I'm going to go home and wait by the phone. But it was so great to see him because I have such a lovely relationship with him on and off the screen. I just sent Here's Hank, How to Hug an Elephant to his daughters.
That's so great that you guys are friends. And then, of course, in the new movie The Martian, with Matt Damon's character, you were there as well. Did you know about that?
I had to have said yes because I had to have signed off on it.
Right.
But I completely forgot. So we went to the movies, and there's this wonderful, fabulous performance by Matt. And all of a sudden, there I am on the screen. The entire audience, like they were on ball bearings, turned around to see what my reaction would be.
The audience was probably waiting to see what you were going to do, what you were going to think. And your reaction was that you loved it, right? I mean, you got in there and you loved it.
I buy popcorn. I get some Nestle's Crunch. I sit down. I enjoy a movie like everybody else.
Well, Henry, I tell you what, I really appreciate talking to you, and I got to pick up the book for my Henry. Here's Hank, How to Hug an Elephant, again, is the name.
He likes it.
Yeah.
There are 5 others.
Wow.
And they are for beginning readers. They are when kids are just beginning to read.
Okay.
And we use a typeface, the printing of it. It's never been used in America before, and it makes it easier for the young eye to track the page.
Wow.
I'm very proud of that. Here's Hank with new typeface.
Well, Henry, I tell you what, I'm so excited to grab it. Again, the book is called Here's Hank, How to Hug an Elephant, available everywhere, and more books are on the way.
Thank you.
Take care.